Is it this road that goes on back out yonder towards Genesis?
No, there ain't no road that goes out.
That's the road that goes back to Genesis.
That way.
Good morning and welcome to the gloomy mountain. I got a dreamer up here.
The gloomiest of mountains.
He drifted on up here. We got a problem here on the mountain, guys. The goats are becoming very rambunctious, climbing on the Jeep, destroying up underneath my lean-tos there on the cabin, pooping everywhere. There's poop everywhere. Everywhere. So today we're gonna fix that. I got a whole lot of stuff in the back of the truck. We're gonna relocate the goats to the power lines over there, and I got a whole lot of things to help hold this fence down and hopefully for once and for all keep the goats where they belong. Think it's gonna work?
Oh, I know it's gonna work.
Had to spend a little bit of jingle. It wasn't too bad, but the Premier One fence that I got is just not cutting it. They get out within 30 minutes of me putting them back in. And with that solar charger in the woods area, it's not getting enough sunlight, so it's not charging correctly and all of that. So the temperature is a whole lot better now. We're not having those 100-degree days and stuff, so now they can go out on the power lines, and we're going to use them to start bush hogging and fertilizing the power lines, getting ready for the pasture for the cows and the horses in the future. You ready?
Ready?
Let's get it. Looks like we're going to need to do some Ubering today. We'll use Uber today to hold the netting and stuff because we are moving quite a distance this time. Got the yard chicken out there hanging out. Let's let Uber warm up. First thing we got to do while Uber's warming up, we got to get Eclipse secured so she don't run off because she's moving today. Now, let's go. We're working on it. You guys ready to move? It's moving day. It's time to move. It's time. Gracias. Alright, we can load the battery up, the block, and then we'll go over there to the truck and go ahead and put all the stakes in there so we ain't gotta drive the truck down there. Woo! Now it's time to get what I hope is going to be the key to keeping the goats inside their pen. Making it a little bit harder for them to pick the bottom of the fence up and go up underneath.
Brought the old wild badger up. I thought we might be able to use that in the brambles.
Yeah, that's gonna make a big difference with cutting the lines for this fence right here. Starting out not grounded out is the key.
I was just thinking you were thinking that. You trying to catch from the edge on up around, or you want to start right here where the little path is, or?
think over here on this end is a good place to start. We'll start at the property line and we'll start working our way back. By the time they get this area cleared out right there, I'll probably step on that direction and kind of go zigzagging back across this power line all the way back that direction. More than likely by spring time comes, I'll already be bush hogging on the other side there, so they won't even make it to that, I doubt. But we'll see. Should give some good fertilizer to the new pasture area here coming soon on Come On Mountain. We're going to need to move the feeder and the deer feeder out of the way because we'll be putting that up at a later time. We're just going to move it back here in the cleared section and pretty much start right here where it's cleared and run the fence line. That's one less line that we have to weed eat. Let's get it. Spin your stake that way. Alright. Stakes are inside here. Alright, we're about to go ahead and start weed eating. Mike's gonna weed eat a line right there. I'm gonna start unloading the stuff off the bucket. We got a game plan. We're gonna start right here, make the door right here, and go each direction with a section of fence. That way whenever we move it next time, the door will be on the back side and we can just keep moving the sides instead of moving the whole fence. That's the game plan. Let's see how it works out. All right guys, we got half of it up. Now what we're trying to do, we're gonna start the other one right here and run it this way and basically go over the same amount, pretty close, and go down, and it should equal up to where the gate is about the same distance on the other side where they connect. So when it's time to move, we can just start here, pull up and run down that way and connect there. And we shouldn't have to mess with this back line at all. That should be our guide from here on out. And then once we get to the other side, we'll start going that way and then come back this direction as well. Think it's gonna work?
I do. I also think it was a really good idea of us to go ahead and clear the area before we put the fence so that it's not grounded out.
You can do that in the grassy field.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother ball game in the woods.
You better believe it.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this one all the way until the last two panels there because we need to bring in the shelter still. And when we get the shelter, we'll bring the feed and all of that. I already brought the waters and all that stuff over with the fence. And then once we get it all set up, we'll find out where the loose points are in this fence right here because from being stretched and the goats going through it and all of that. And that's where we're gonna add these stakes right here to really stake this thing down. And hopefully that'll keep them suckers in the pen for a little while. We'll see. There's some frisky little jokers. Love the wildflowers out there in the field though. It's beautiful, beautiful. All right guys, let's get the rest of this fence up. All right, I don't know how much we actually got with that tractor in the way, but we got it. We left the 2 panels out at the end to be able to bring in the shelter and to be able to get Uber in and out. We got our door right here. And if you notice too, guys, I got a game camera right here. I'm gonna keep a game camera back here to start with, just to see what all kind of movement and stuff that we got going on out here at night, just to make sure that they're safe. Should be good to go with Eclipse on the scene. Now we're gonna go back and grab the shelter with Uber, bring it down here, and then we'll start moving the food barrels and stuff, and then we'll go ahead and connect everything, and we'll start putting in these support braces. In some of these areas are really good and tight, and some of them are a little loose. So I got about 26 of them, so I don't know how many squares we got here, but I just about got at least one for every square, just about.
I think they're 5 feet apart.
So we got 1, 2 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 on each one. So I might be a little short, might end up getting a couple more. But some of these go in the ground real good and stuff, and I don't think we got to worry about it. It's mainly where they've stretched the fence really bad and it's loose. It's a deterrent, right? It'll help.
Yep.
For sure. All right, let's grab Uber and let's go get that dog kennel. About to go fast.
Well, I don't want to drag it all the way because it's probably going to pull the screws out more than likely.
No, I mean like take the strap over and hook it down to the bottom piece right there. And bring it around and hook it there like you did the chicken coops?
Yeah, but this one's a little bigger, so.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yep. That's why I was going to go on, but I heard your tractor. That's why I come up here to let you know I was cutting back through.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
No, there ain't no road that goes out
That's the road that goes back to them.
that way.
Oh, man, I'm turned around bad.
Yeah.
That's what I get for coming off the fence row out of the damn thicket, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, tell me the easiest way back.
Straight on down the road. Next to us is 50 acres, so you're on the other side of that 50 acres. You don't butt up next.
I'm on
Nah, you're further down than what you're thinking you are, brother.
Well, I lost the fence row back yonder.
Well, your property is on the other side of the 50 acres that next to our property. Right. Keep in mind that this is private property back here. We got signs and purple ribbon and everything up like that.
Right. That's what I was trying to walk my fence row because I'm fixing to put signs and paint up.
Yep.
But
That's a good idea. No, that's a good idea. That was an excellent idea. I was gonna just hold it and walk, but you're right, that's a long
walk. Yeah, we just had a trespasser, guys.
That was a real trespasser.
Yeah, they come walking up the drive.
Hey, you were like, we got company, and I just knew it was Mr. Catlett.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, who's this guy? Talking about he's our neighbor. We're like, no, you're about 70 acres away, buddy.
Yeah, you ain't even nowhere close. So what we're gonna do is grab the gorilla cart and put that side up on one, because dragging it all the way there, it's gonna rip the screws out by the time we get down there. I do have some small wheels from some of the old generators. Eventually I'll end up screwing in there and then I can just roll it.
Yeah, that's the way to go right there.
But not today. Not today. Now we got to find the gorilla cart. All right, we just remembered that the gorilla cart is full of stuff from where we moved the canopies. So we're going to grab the four-wheeler. I just don't want to rip all these screws out and all the bracing out and break the shelter trying to drag it such a far distance. It was really designed just to kind of move slowly as the pin moved, not move to the other side of the property. And there's no real good way to get up underneath it and kind of strap it up without putting wheels on the end. Y'all coming to find out why your house is moving? Y'all are moving. Yes, I'm locking y'all down because y'all have come quite the nuisance. Especially you, Icy, especially you. They're like, hey, what happened? Well, the four-wheeler's out of gas. You got to put some of that petro in it from time to time. Yeah, seeing the one headlight. How are we looking on Uber and Lyft's light?
That is never even bought.
Looks like the headlight fluid's a little low. Yeah, it needs a little gas. Runs a lot better with some petro in it. Cock-a-doodle-doo. What are you doing, yard chicken? The goats done went in their shelter, guys. They are very curious.
Move that string.
You ready?
String.
It'll come up. Ready? I got it! I got it! Should've just tied it to the goats.
Yeah.
Here, we'll give you the camera.
All right.
Well, that was the most interesting move ever.
Yeah.
Didn't acquire too much damage. Did have the screws on one corner pull out, so had to get Mike to tie the rope up there to kind of keep it together. So I'm gonna need to brace these corners up a little bit better. I think if I put some blocking in the corners where it can screw different directions, I think it'll be all right to drag. All right, now we're gonna close it up and go ahead and put the rest of the stakes in.
Hello, this is Michael.
And then we should be ready to move the goats in. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get another water tote. They were sold out of them. But I've got enough water hose to reach out there, so we're going to go ahead and stretch that out. I did end up getting 10 more of those stakes. I needed 6. I went ahead and bought 4 extra just in case any gets broke. Way I got some on hand just in case the goats find a weak spot to get out. So we're going to go ahead and get the hose ran out there, get them some water situated, stake those down, and then we'll go ahead and bring Eclipse and the goats in there, get them fed and watered, and see what they think about their new place. Ooh, this is gonna be a long run for water, but I got a disconnect that I'm gonna put over here by the chickens until I get a double one where I can run a separate hose right here. That way I only got one hose running from the cabin there, and that way I can water the chickens and the rabbits kind of at the same time. I'm probably gonna go ahead and move the rabbits back over here by the chickens for the time being. But while we're running the hose, we're gonna go ahead and let the ducks pond fill back up. Now that's a trick. I went ahead and pulled the first one all the way to where I need it. That way I know about what I need to connect. Looks like it's going to take all the hoses I got except for the messed up one, which works out. I got one more yellow Goodyear one that I can bring over. Pretty much need to go from there to there, That one will probably stretch out to here, but I want to keep the connection close to the chickens so I can get a little short hose to be able to water them. Are y'all good? There you go, nice clean water in their pool. And they're out there drinking in the mud. Crazy. It looks like the yellow one is on there really tight. Had to get some channel locks and some vice grips. Try to get this one unhooked. Mike just called. He's gonna come back up the hill and help me finish up now that I'm back from town. Chanel, I don't know why you're not helping me. This is for your pen. I figured I'd get more help from you. Y'all just want to know when I'm gonna put the pellets in there, huh? I'm surrounded by goats right now, guys. All right, back to the grind. This should give me plenty right here. Ooh, you'll get your steps on in the mountain. A Fitbit would tell me take a break right now. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 water hoses hooked up. Most of them's 100 footers. This one right here that I got, I believe, is a 50. And we're going to there. In between the legs. Oh, now this is 100 foot too, because I have 2 of them connected. 500 foot, guys. 500 foot of hose. The positive about the new setup is I don't have that bad hose with tons of leak. I should have much better water pressure over there to fill everything up. Turn it on. Put a new washer in on that side. All right, let's go see what kind of water pressure we got. Ooh, it's still hot out here. See a little bit of a leak here. These hoses are starting to get a little worn out. Thinking I need to grab me a pack of those little rubber washers. Help seal these hoses a little bit, especially running far distances like this. Want as much pressure as possible. Ain't too bad. It's better than what we had. Run into it before. All right, let's go ahead and grab Uber. Bring it over here on this side. We'll go ahead and get the solar hooked up to it. Get the stake, the ground stake in the ground while this is filling up. And then we'll go ahead and grab the rabbits. The enclosure worked out though. Hopefully that's going to keep them in. All right, so that's taken care of. All right, while the pool's filling up, we're gonna grab Uber and go ahead and grab the rabbits. I wanna go ahead and get them moved because I'm going out of town to Eureka Springs. And I wanna make it as easy as possible for Mike while I'm gone. Speaking of Mike, there he is.
protein pail.
Just set that over here by the gate. I'll put it in there when I go in. I feel like, you see how it doesn't come out? There is something clogged up in there. I knew there was something clogged in there. I was like this.
What you got up in there?
Hopefully it ain't a danger noodle.
Yeah. Like a wasp done built a dirt dauber's nest in there, huh?
Something.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, hey, we thought of it at the same time. Oh, wow, yeah. Solid. You want me to kink the hose from back there? There's a knife right here.
We're cutting the hose.
Hey,
I got it
hey.
now.
You want me to still hold the hose? Whoa! Oh! Sorry, guys.
There was some back pressure. It was. It stung me in the eye. Now my eye stings. Looks to me like the hose itself is cheap hose. It's just collapsed.
Oh, wow, David, look at that. You're right. The hose has just collapsed. Oh. Yep, you can see inside of it actually. That was a good call cutting it off though. Now you got some flow.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have took 30 minutes to fill that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little shower. You never know what's gonna go down on Come On Homestead. I thought maybe a snake crawled up in there and couldn't back its way back out and died or something.
Right.
That's what it was feeling like it was, because it was about that far back. It's very similar to like the gas hose. Now they make that inner thing instead of making hoses like they used to. You know,
yeah.
The plastic in the gas hoses
Yeah.
for the boat.
That's why I like copper pipe.
Yeah, that's just unnecessary. I was wondering why I never had good pressure on that. Yep, see the belly inside there?
Hmm.
Well, slap me down and call me grit. I can't even believe that. Beep! I'm gonna throw a little bit of feed out there for the gills. And then I need something to get the goats. Just like that. Go ahead and give them their protein bucket. And here comes the star of the show. What are you doing, pretty girl?
She's such a pleasure to walk.
Oh yeah, she got a little bit of home training. You got a little bit of home training. Come here. Come here, you ready to see your new place? Oh, you ready to see your new place? Now we're gonna have to pick a different route. We're gonna have to go that way.
Yeah. On your walks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we normally go down the driveway and then we cut to the left, go down to the field, and then we kind of hang out in the field and look at the mountains and stuff. That's where we did that photo shoot.
Oh, right.
And then now we're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to take a taxi or something and cut us a trail down the road there. Yeah, we gotta get a new route, huh? We gotta get a new route. Let's check out your new spot. Come on. Come on. I know. You ain't gonna come nowhere near that fence.
Oh, ready?
Oh,
You ready? Yeah.
Well, she's happy.
I don't want nothing to do with that fence either.
Well, as you can see, the pool is leaking. So,
Oh, yeah, I see it. Dang.
yeah, why get in your pool when you can get in the fresh water?
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Look at it. It never fails. She jumps straight into the water every time. There's your food, baby girl. There's your food, baby girl.
No wonder the pool was taking so long to fill up.
Yeah. Or a green button with no red blinking.
That's good news.
Let's see. Chanel's over there checking it out right now. Well, guys, only time's gonna tell if this right here is gonna hold them. Uh-oh. I'm glad I looked back there. We never sealed that up back there. Hit that button. I don't stab myself. I'm gonna do a little cedar sewing.
Oh, cedar soap. Well, and that's how we used to make the wigwams. The wigwam.
Clips is already lounging in the bath. So if y'all ever want to know why their water's always dirty, guys, let me show you.
She got that big old pool.
Yeah, that big old pool. And she's like, yeah, that's just not enough water for me. You look pretty comfortable there, girl. Yeah. I get it. I get it. It's hard work keeping up with those guys right there. There you go.
At ease. Check it out.
There you go, a little snack. Yeah. Touch it, Chanel. Goats can sense that electric in there.
Heck yeah. I bet.
Well, it's a fortress now. It's not going to be so mobile anymore. This might end up being where they spend the winter with a bale of hay. Round bale.
It takes a lot longer to get those stakes undone than to put them in, that's for sure.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. Mike, I appreciate your help, buddy.
Yeah.
This ended up being a much bigger project than anticipated. I'm glad he offered to help, because I was about to do this solo and it took me 2 days, because it took us all day.
Yeah.
With 2 of us. So
It'd have been a day of just moving the stuff over here and cutting the line.
yeah.
And then what, you know? Man, it'd have been, oh man.
Yeah, moving them all the way across the property is definitely a little bit bigger than just moving them, you know, 50 feet, 100 feet. This was a process right here. But they're good to go. Got them all set up.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
Clips is happy. The goats are happy. Mike's happy. I'm happy. I hope that you're happy. I hope you're happy enough to subscribe. Hit the notification bell, because we always got a lot going on here at the Mountain Guys. Love every single one of y'all. And until we see each other again, come on, let's go on another adventure.